Hello, hello, my name is Kate. I hope you've been around for a little while now and you've seen some of my other videos. By now you know a little bit about, some of the gear that I shoot with all the time, and I've shown you kind of what I pack with my bag in a branding video. Today, I'm actually organizing my bag, packing my bag for a wedding I have tomorrow, which is the first of the year, which is pretty exciting. So I thought I would just kind of pack my bag with you, show you what I put in there, because it is very different from what I pack for a branding session. I don't need all these big lights and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different, and I thought I would just pack my crap with you. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about bags briefly today. I don't like carrying all my stuff with me on wedding days because it gets so heavy. There's always so much to take. So I always use my Pelican case, the 1510 Pelican case, and it's got the insert here for all of your photography equipment. I can tweak it, I can adjust it to suit what I'm taking that day. And it has all of my extra storage at the top here. I've got batteries, I've got extra straps for holding my gear. So I'm gonna be loading everything into that bag today. First thing I always do when I have any kind of shoot the day before, I always charge everything. So I've had all of my batteries on charge. I've had everything is at 100%, well, besides the camera that I have that I'm shooting on now. So I'm gonna recharge that when I'm done, but everything's charged because there's nothing worse than getting to a shoot and realizing you don't have much battery. And I've had that happen before. Fortunately, it wasn't a wedding, and it was just, I don't know how I mixed up. I thought it was just had a lot more charge. I think I was just rushed because summer's a little bit hectic. Since that day, it will never ever. So first thing, I charge everything. So I've charged everything this morning. And then I like to start from my most important item all the way down to sort of the extras, if you will. So now that I've had a lot of feedback on the 28 to 70 mil lens and the issues that I've got with the shutter from everybody, thank you so much for that input, because you know what, I spoke with Canon countless times and it was never mentioned about the difference between an electronic and mechanical shutter being potentially the issue that I was having with that stripe. So I am so relieved to be able to use this lens a little bit more, because since I changed those settings and I tested it out a little bit, it's been a different lens and I'm really excited for it. So the first thing I'm gonna pack is my 28 to 70, obviously with my battery grip on it because I really like that balance. So that's gonna be the first thing that I pack in there, along with batteries, obviously. My 35 mil, the other camera that I have is on the tripod right now, so that's gonna be my next one that goes in there. And then I also, weddings, I love shooting with my 85 mil, the 1.2. This goes with me to every single wedding. It depends on the weather tomorrow. It is saying that it could potentially be sunny, but it also could rain. If it's gonna rain, if I'm not having any problems with it, I'm gonna use that 28 to 70 because then I have one camera. If it's pouring with rain, I don't wanna dual shoot. I don't wanna worry about water getting in the camera body. So I will shoot with just that one camera and that one lens for at least the rainy portion of the day. And I will shoot with my 35 mil and my 85 mil on my dual harness. Those I really love. And then for the evening, I have this bad boy charged up and I shoot using my Profoto. I shoot using my Profoto, the A10. I'm gonna do a review for you because it changed my ways with flash photography, and I used to hate flash photography. And now that I've got that flash, I actually love taking it out. So it's super cool. So I'm gonna take that. One thing I always take with all of my gear, as always, is chargers. So I'm gonna take my charger for my flash. I'm gonna take the chargers for my batteries, because you never know. You never know how much you're gonna shoot. You don't wanna be stuck somewhere and not be able to charge your gear, especially at a wedding. You don't get those days back. So that being said, I always take my camera harness with me. This is the Rose Anvil. I actually only just recently purchased it last year, and I've used it a couple times. I do really like it. I love how it sits on my traps. Because it's new, I'm actually going to take, I have another one here, my old, it's very worn in. It's absolutely amazing. It's a Hello London harness. I'm gonna take that with me as a just in case, because just in case. It might be a rainy day. No, I'm just kidding. Just in case, I'm gonna have that with me as well. And then because of that, I always need to make sure we have some extra of these attachments for it, because you don't want to turn up and not have that attachment and not actually be able to dual shoot, because that sucks. When I shoot with my harness, I always have to have my phone on me, especially at a wedding day or for schedules, for inspo, whatever it might be. So I like to carry a fanny pack. Yeah, it's just my thing. I'm just cool like that. That I pretty much wear all the time, or I do have a new attachment that can go on my harness if I'm wearing a dress or something, which doesn't happen very often. But camera harness, fanny pack, got all my gear. That's another thing is SD cards. I always have a huge selection of SD cards. I have another pack that I'm gonna pack in there. I'm gonna make sure they're all formatted because I wanna make sure that I don't have any card issues, and I always have extras because my second shooter might need some, I might need some, and I switch them out throughout the day. I think I've said that in another video, is I switch my cards on both cameras out at least 2 or 3 times a day. So I'm gonna put my 128 gig SD cards in my second card slot, that will be there the whole day, and then I'm gonna put my 64 gig SD cards in my first card slot, and that I switch out 3 times a day, so that then I have it in multiple different areas. And then I have this little SD case with me, and that's gonna be in my fanny pack too, because I always want to have it with me. I never put it down. I don't have my pictures anywhere because, you know, my gear could get nicked. That will suck, but there's nothing worse than the risk of not having your photos. That terrifies me a little bit. So SD cards, card holders, batteries, chargers. Ooh, my mag mod. So this goes on my flash. It's my diffuser. It is phenomenal. The light is amazing. Another attachment that I have for this mag mod is this sucker. It's really cool. So it like diffuses the light really differently. It's really great for like the evening, for like when they're partying and dancing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna add this to my video when I do a review on this, so that you can kind of see how it is, because I really love this. This I actually had to, because I always have a backup flash with me. What is this? Speedlight. This is the Canon, the 580 EX2. I don't like it. That's why it's my backup. I don't know if I actually remember how to use it, but it's my backup, and I've got batteries just in case. My speaker, never go anywhere without it, because mood, ambiance, it changes everything. I did kind of have some of this stuff. Oops. I did have some of this stuff kind of tucked in my bag already, so I'm just kind of randomly bringing it out. This is my little LED pocket light. So this is really cool for creating some like little mood and vibe when I'm doing flat lays and stuff like that. And then backup kits. You never know what you need for a wedding day. So we got a pack for the ladies. We've got a little sewing kit. This is like band-aids, I don't know, safety pins, all kinds of miscellaneous here. We got a cleaning kit because, as you know, my stuff's often got dust on it and I have to clean that before we go. An extra charger because I will always have my GoPro with me as well. That's pretty much some of my main gear that I'm gonna have in there. Extra chargers, harness. And I do have a checklist that I go through for all of this, that I will just sort of do a final check before I actually go. If you would like that checklist, it's a freebie on my email list. So if you pop into my website, bokabiz.com, it's linked below for you. You can hop over there, sign up for that email list, and you'll get a checklist of everything that I throw in there, because what I do when I watch YouTube videos, I'm literally like scribbling every time and backing up. So save you a little bit of time. The next thing, weddings. Okay, weddings are amazing, but you have to cart a lot of crap. So this is all just my Lululemon bag. I just kind of throw everything in there. This is some like extra goodies. All right, so tomorrow I'm not actually going to be doing getting ready shots, but I always take a little hook with me with a 3M peel on the back, because when you do dress shots and you can't find somewhere to hang that dress, the dress shot sucks. So take a hook, lap it on anywhere, it doesn't damage anything, and it is a lifesaver. You'll get much greater shots with it. I also have a couple things. I have changed actually my ways of doing my wedding gifts this year. So that is for my wedding gifts, and I will tell you that little secret once I've put one together and decided if I like it or not. I haven't put one together, but I have all kinds of ideas. This is my little box of flat lay stuff that I have. So I've got lots of little things in here. I've got some dried flowers because I don't always have extras from the wedding flowers, the wedding party, but I always request it now, but it's hit or miss. A little white tack. This is absolute mint for ring shots, because you can just like put a tiny little bit on the back of the rings and it keeps them in place, because the sizing of rings can, I'll do a whole video on that, I promise. A little reflector for all of the ring shots so you can get an extra bit of light. We've got some ribbons in here, extra. There's all kinds of stuff. I think this might take me 20 minutes to go through, so I will actually do another video on how I do my flat lays, and I'll kind of show you through a little bit of everything that I have packed and why I do things what I do, because I don't want to take that up. This is a video about packing, not unpacking. So this is my little kit. This is my getting ready, my flat lays, all that kind of good stuff. So that's my next one that I pack. And then after that, I need to just obviously make sure that my clothing is appropriate for the weather, for the wedding, and wherever I'm going. If it's gonna be raining, I always, oh, that's something I gotta find. I've got this really cool sleeve that goes over my camera in case it's raining, because it makes me nervous getting my gear wet. So I'm gonna find that. I'll put a link below for you. It was an Amazon purchase, like 15 bucks, but it keeps my gear clean. I'm also gonna throw a couple Ziploc bags in there because they work really well for just leaving over top of your cameras if you have a rainy day. I'm gonna obviously pack my jackets, really good boots. I always take 2 pairs of shoes when I go to weddings because when you're walking for 8 to 10 hours, kind of like popping my sneakers on after a little bit. This is one other thing I do actually really like taking. So in the evening when I'm single shooting, when I have a single camera, I have these, Amazon. You wanna know how many boxes I have from Amazon? So it's just a single camera. It just slips right on the edge, and it's just like a little single wrist thing. So it's just one extra kind of precaution. So I really like having that with me. Other than that, that's pretty much everything that I have packed in. It's been a while, like I said, it's been a few months. So it's the first one of the year. So I'm gonna go over my checklist. If you would like that, subscribe to my email list and you will get that in your email. And other than that, I will try and take you to some behind the scenes for tomorrow's wedding. It's gonna be beautiful. It's Kat and Heather, they're getting married and they're gonna be so beautiful. They're both gonna be wearing dresses, and I think the weather's on our side. I think it's supposed to rain in the morning. It'd be beautiful in the evening. So we're heading downtown for that, and we're gonna kick off the year. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love if you pop back for my next videos. There's gonna be another one coming in next week. Like I said, I'm gonna do a review on my Profoto light because I just love it. It changed my ways for adding in that artificial light, especially at weddings and stuff. I have so much easy control. Love that. And then I'm also gonna do a flat lay, all those goodies that I have in that box and what I use, why I use them. So check back. There's lots coming. Subscribe. It'll let you know when it's up so you don't miss one. And I can't wait to see you next time.